Welcome, welcome, welcome to Making Stuff Up with Wendy. I'm Wendy Watkins, your joy strategist, and I am so glad that you've decided to join us today. Making Stuff Up is where we intersect creativity and mindset so you can create a delicious life, what you desire and what you deserve. Because look, everything is made up, so you might as well make up the good stuff. Our guest today is Jessica Soler. Jessica is the owner and founder of Salon Red. We have two locations here. I say we have two locations here in Atlanta. And she's been in business for 22 years. She's my hairdresser. She's a colleague, a friend, a client. We share so much. And this woman juggles more balls with grace and ease than anyone I know. And I'm so excited that she's joining us today and is going to be teaching us to make pom-poms, which is perfect. And we'll be talking about how we all make stuff up. And sometimes we do it in a good way and sometimes in not such a good way. We hope you walk away with tips and tools to not only create a cool pom-pom, but also to use your MSU in a way that serves you in living life a bit more intentionally and a bit more deliciously. So that is what we're up to today. So let's welcome Miss Jessica Soler to the show. Hey, girl.
Hello, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm great.
Thank you so much.
Excited to be here.
Yes. Thank you so much for taking time in your busy schedule to record this with us today. So
thank you for having me.
yes. So first things first, any guest that comes and joins us on Making Stuff Up, you get your own MSU, just like everybody watching the show. You now have an MSU, something that you could put behind your name if you want, because, right, it's all made up. So why not make up the good stuff? So, Jessica, I am happy to give you your MSU, which is going to be some of the yarn that we're using to make pom-poms. So here you are, girl. Here's your MSU.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I love it.
Awesome. So now that you have an MSU, and girl, you've had an MSU for a really long time, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely. Constantly. And it constantly changes.
Yes, it does constantly change, right? Where do you find that you use your MSU the most?
Where at my house, I would find, or outside. Most of the time is at night. I would say 95% of my MSU time is at night when it's quiet and the earth is kind of still. Most people are usually sleeping. I can tap into endless amounts of energy and creativity. And I wish it was in the mornings, but for me, it comes at night.
You are a night owl, that's for sure. I'm the early bird, you're the night owl, so we have that. But I love that you use your MSU to it sounds like you use it to be intentional about your life. Like you take that time in the evening. Is that what you're saying?
Daily. I feel like after the last time, maybe 6 years, I practice daily something. I feel like it comes from being a life learner. I just constantly want to grow and learn. And I don't care if it's making it up, like you're saying. I mean, just learning to paint or craft or be outdoors or hunt or taxidermy or hair, you name it. If I don't know how to do it and I can learn, even if I'm not the best at it, I just like expanding my MSUs every direction I can.
Oh, that's great. And I love, so you use your MSU, like what I hear is like, you're confident. You like, it's going to be easy. I'm going to learn taxidermy and it's going to be easy. I can do this, right?
Definitely. There's nothing I don't feel like I can't learn how to do. I may not be an Olympic athlete at it, but I'm going to be able to take it in and gain something from it, even if it's just relaxation in that moment of taking my mind away from the daily grind or being a mother of 4 kids. It will just take me to a place. It's types of meditation for me. Honestly, it's a definite form of meditation.
I almost thought you were going to say medication there, and it could be both, right?
It is. It's both. I can definitely be both.
Yeah, yeah.
I also
So,
like the rules that there are no rules around it. Like it can be at night. You can incorporate alcohol with it and make it that kind of night. You can make it very serene and, make it just about exactly what you're doing, technical. It kind of can branch out when you're doing those things to expand on other emotions as well.
yeah, yeah. Well, what popped into my mind was like thinking about you as a lifelong learner. And when we met, before you even opened your first salon, you were still working behind the chair, and you had to use your MSU to make stuff up about being a business owner, I would imagine, because you stepped in from being hairdresser to business owner, like it was seamless, but you had to make up some good stuff around that, didn't you?
Definitely. And still am making stuff up around business, especially over the last year. So many things have been made up in MSUs and really just trying to figure things out
Yep. And going,
creatively as well.
yeah, yeah. Oh, and I love that. You creatively. So perfect segue. So tell us how we're going to make some pom-poms. Tell everybody they're not going to be making along with us, but they probably will do it after, or maybe they'll come back and make along with us. But
Okay.
tell everybody what they need, and then let's
Okay.
jump into making it.
So you don't need a lot. You are going to need a pair of scissors. You're also going to need some yarn. You're going to need a piece of cardboard, any kind.
Look, I have this size. What size? Is this too little?
We can make it work. You can make it work. It's
Okay,
an MSU.
Cool.
So anything
right.
will work. Yours will just be smaller. So the bigger, when we get to the cardboard, but I can give you an example. Like this is a little bit of a bigger pom-pom because I had bigger cardboard. This one is a little bit smaller pom-pom. And I even have a couple baby ones somewhere. I feel like they've rolled away. You can see the difference in the size of these.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that just depends on the cardboard, which I can kind of explain as we make one.
Okay.
So the first thing you're going to do, because it's really simple, is you're going to take your piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to use a coffee cup, but you don't even have to have this. And I'm going to trace a circle, which I will show you in just a second. Once I trace it, I'm going to trace 2 circles because you're going to need 2 of them.
I'm going to use my little flower pot that I have over here because it's little for my little piece of cardboard.
Yeah. Can you see those 2 circles? That's all you got to make.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put another circle, which you can also just freehand. You don't have to use anything. You could use a quarter or a coin, but you're going to put another little circle in the middle of your circle.
Okay.
So I'll show you that in a second.
Boy, I don't know about you, but you know how to do this. I'm making stuff up. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? So a circle in the middle. Okay.
So it kind of is a funny image if you look up, Wendy.
Oh yeah. Is that? Oh wait, it's yes.
Sorry, we gotta have a little fun, right? I know. Come on, lighten up, everybody. But then you're gonna cut the big circle out, which I'm gonna do while Wendy's still maybe drawing her circle.
Yeah, I'm drawing my little.
That's fine.
You know, this is like when we get creative like this, I think a lot of people can start to make stuff up like, I'm not an artist, I'm not crafty, I can't make this, blah, 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 right? Do you run into that when you do art stuff with the kids or anything like that?
Definitely. A lot of people have so much just MSUs maybe in a negative direction that hold them back from being able to do things that are not hard. It just is about, I guess what you nailed on the head, just having confidence to just be like, who cares if you mess it up? It's supposed to be just fun and creative and come up with it. You're going to make mistakes, but that's how you're going to get better.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I can tell anybody doing anything in life is just embrace all of the flaws and mistakes, because that's what's going to make you grow. So
Agreed.
with MSUs and crafting, have fun, let go.
I know for me, it's the not releasing the attachment to the end result. It truly is about the journey. Like, yeah, I want a cute pom-pom, but this is the first time I'm doing it. So like, it's probably not going to be my best pom-pom. And if I enjoy this, then I could make more pom-poms, right? But give yourself the opportunity to just step in and try it. Now, let me ask you something. Am I cutting out, oh, two separate circles? Okay.
And once you get those, I'm going to try to do this one holding it up so you can see.
Okay.
You're going to just make a line from the center to the edge of your cardboard.
Yeah.
And then you're going to make another one. And it's almost like you're making kind of like a little keyhole. And you need to cut that out as well on both circles. So I recommend doing one and then laying this piece of cardboard on top of the other one so that you can kind of almost get the same exact shape.
How many lines? Does it matter?
You have to have from your circle, you have one that basically goes straight down and then one that kind of comes out at maybe 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And you're cutting that, which I will do, and I'll try to turn this way for you so you can see as I'm doing it.
7 o'clock.
And then you, yeah, that's okay. Like you said, it's not about perfection. It's just about having the courage to just give it a shot.
And that is so perfection is so overrated.
I love messy hair. I love things when they're disheveled, mismatched, and don't go together. I think it feels more organic and ends up looking more beautiful in the end, like a wild garden with just random flowers all over the place.
Agreed.
I think is gorgeous. And that's not perfection in rows, like everything like that. So you see how I cut this one?
Yep.
And now I'm going to hold my other cardboard behind it and do the same thing.
Okay.
I may trace that and then cut it because it'll be too hard to hold it. So I went back in and I traced my little keyhole thing.
My circle got a little wonky, but I'm going to go with it.
That's okay. Mine aren't perfect because I'm just trying to give you the steps. And then, like you said, practice is, if you end up liking it, will make it better because pom-poms are fun. You can make so many cool things out of them, which I can tell you as we're kind of wrapping. So here I have my 2 pieces, right? And now we're pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to layer them on top of each other. They're basically just exactly like that. And then you're going to take your yarn, which mine rolled away.
Of course.
Got it. And you'll just take a piece, the very end of it. And you're just going to put it on this either way, on the outside or the end. I say go inside the circle and just lay it over the side.
Okay.
So like that's it. You're going to hold that with your finger. I'll turn my hand around just like that. And then you're going to take this yarn and you're just going to start wrapping all the way around the C part, I guess.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter if you stay in one place. It doesn't matter if you go over. It's not supposed to be neat. See how I'm like wrapping over different parts of it? And you can get all the way, not to the edge, but kind of close. I'll finish one edge up here. So about like that. And it doesn't have to be tight.
Okay.
It can be loose because you are going to be cutting on this to make the pom-pom.
Okay.
But just keep it kind of loose, and you definitely want to have multiple layers so it starts to get a little thick. You don't want to be able to see any of your cardboard by the time you're done.
Okay.
So one of the things I have that I brought with me, which I will show you after we make our pom-pom, I made a pom-pom jacket, which I used for a photo shoot. And I've also done a lot of flower arrangements. I would go outside and grab sticks and paint them just random colors and then glue a pom-pom on the top and put them, multiple of them, in a vase. And it's a really pretty arrangement that never dies.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
And when people come over, they're like, what's that? And you tell them, and then they're so intrigued by your pom-pom arrangement.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun.
Easy.
Yeah.
Let me not get taken.
I'm putting
Okay, so Once you get yours, Wendy, you just tell me when you get yours to
I'm good.
all the way. I don't know if you can see that mine, I'm just doing another layer. The more you wrap, the fatter and thicker your pom-pom will be. The thicker your yarn, the fatter and fluffier your pom-pom will be, because there's many different sizes of yarn, which I can show you on, like, I open this with my mouth.
Nice.
So when, like, you can look at this is a much thinner strand. This is going to make a completely different type of pom-pom than this fat, fluffy one. Okay, I feel like I have mine in a good position. Do you feel like you have yours there?
I do.
Okay, great. So then you're just going to leave a long tail. It doesn't have to be super long, but I would recommend at least this much, maybe. I don't even know what that is. A foot, maybe.
Okay.
And you just get rid of the excess yarn.
Okay.
Okay. And then I am going to take that and wrap it just so it's a little easier to hold, but I know I can unwrap that if I need to.
Okay.
And you still have your first tail. Here was my first tail when I started, and here's my last tail. So they're both kind of just hanging in the center of this C shape. Okay, now you're going to take and kind of stick your finger in between that cardboard of your two C's. Your two rounds. See, I kind of just open that up.
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of, that's why I said it didn't have to be tight. And usually we'll just do that a little bit on both ends.
Okay.
Because what we're going to be doing is cutting between the cardboard all the way around. Make sure you're holding on to your ends, because that's what's going to hold it together.
Okay.
Before you cut. The other thing is it can get a little wonky, so I always try to kind of just fold my yarn too. This, if you're gonna make it messy or make a mistake, this will be the part that you want to practice multiple times, because the first time I did it, my whole pom-pom fell to the floor.
Okay.
If that happens, don't cry.
All right, no crying. Doesn't
So
have to.
I'm now just gonna stick my scissor in here. Do you have a question?
Nope. I'm got my scissor
Sticking
in.
my
right
scissor
now.
in. And I'm just gonna cut and try to hold my pom-pom, my yarn, as best I can as I go around. You see how it's starting to cut?
Yep.
And once you get it all cut, you're gonna take that tail that you left. You see how mine's all cut? I'm going back to my little, that wasn't my tail. Where did my tail go?
Oh.
I lost my tail.
Oh.
Hang on. I can't find it. So even I'm having an MS. That's all right. I'm just gonna take a different. If you lose your tail, just cut another piece of yarn like I did here, because I lost mine somehow, but that's okay. So take this yarn and you're gonna put it through the C as well, because this is what's gonna tie your pom-pom together. So you see how and you keep it in there and you just keep going around. And once you get it, you tie it in a knot, which I have to lean down to do that.
This is a lot easier than I thought. You said it was easy. This is pretty easy. And
then you just pull your C's off and you can make that knot a little bit more secure. I'm doing a double knot to it. So you can kind of see, you can leave these if you're going to do something like a tassel, or you can cut that off. But I always, and I'm going to move this so that I can sweep it up easily. Sorry. You then can take your scissors. I'm going to cut this off of this one. And then you get to actually cut your pom-pom. And the shorter, you see how it's kind of floppy right there, a little loose? I'm going to take that and cut it down, because it's going to start to make my pom-pom look thicker and fuller.
Kind of like a haircut, Jess.
What?
I said it's kind of like a haircut. If you trim it, it makes it look thicker and fuller.
That's exactly right, Wendy. Now you can see why I'm drawn to the pom-pom. And you can even like, I've even glued some of these onto barrettes for my girls.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
if it was a smaller one, you can put it on a ponytail holder. People wear them in their hair, but now you can see I made a pom-pom.
I love it.
And that's pretty easy.
It's kind of wonky, but I could see.
Let's see yours, Wendy. Oh, I love it. If you cut that down, if you take your scissors and start trimming around that, it's gonna get
All right.
way fluffier for you. Even if it becomes small. I had a really cute small one, but I don't know where it went. And then I'm gonna show you while Wendy's trimming hers.
What did you show me what you've made? I want to like.
I was gonna put my jacket on. Let me move this back a tiny bit to my room. So you can see I did a shrub, and the entire thing is made out of pom-poms.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love it.
I've seen people make all these different pom-poms and do it as a throw over like a ottoman, and it just gives like a really pretty flow to that. But you can see there, and you can switch the colors if you get advanced, because right now we just did the solid blue.
Yes.
But if you wanted to use, a lot of yarn changes colors already when you buy it in the bulk brand new. So if you want one that has a lot of different colors, but all you have to do is take a new wrap of yarn. Say you've wrapped the blue like I did, and I only did half this side, leave that tail out, and then just add another color. You can add as many as you want. All you have to do at the end though is just make sure you can tie it off.
That is so awesome.
Isn't that fun?
Very fun. Very, very fun. I hope that you all find that fun to have a little puff in your life, little poof in your life.
A little poof.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. So, wow. And you said you made them with flowers too, right? I love that idea. I got to see those.
Yes. You can, there's like when you left the string, like on this one, if you leave the string, you can actually put any beads on this. You can hang it in your car. You can use them as a keychain. If you end up, I'm a Pinterest person, so you can even go on Pinterest and look. But I mean, a lot of people put them in their hair. I made a jacket out of it. You can make a skirt, vest, flower, you name it. If you can MSU it, you can do it.
That is really the way to use your MSU, exactly, to take these pom-poms and do whatever you want to do, right? And that's what it's really all about. You're going to make stuff up, make up the good stuff. So Jess, thank you so much, babe. Before we go, two things. One, how are you going to use your MSU today?
Well, probably tonight. I'm definitely going to, I was thinking already last night, maybe I'm going to go outside and do some night adventure, maybe some parkour, or take some pictures around my city, and just make up whatever it is I want to do that, and do some yoga outside.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's making it up, but I like to make up my own little like.
You do. Always have.
When I'm out walking around.
Well, and the thing about you, the way you use your MSU is that you really use it for the experience, not the end result. And that's what I love. It's all about what happens in the moment. I don't care what happens, but I am in the moment and I'm going to make something really good out of this moment. So bravo, sister. I love that. And two, where can people get in touch with you? Tell our viewers here how they can get in touch with you.
If you want to get in touch with me, my personal Instagram is Jessica368. And I do have my own photo on there. Or you can also contact Salon Red, which our Instagram is @SalonRed. We also have a website, which is salonred.com. Either of those two places, I check constantly at least once a week. And would love to chat with anybody that if you liked doing the pom-pom, you better show me your pom-pom. Send me a picture. Send me a DM and let me see what you made.
We definitely want to see your pom-poms, and you're a
I want
natural.
to see the pom-poms.
You're a natural teacher, Jess. Thank you so much. That was
Thank you,
fantastic.
Wendy.
Yep. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. And remember, if you love making stuff up, please subscribe to this channel. Would love to have you be a subscriber and share it with your friends. I drop episodes weekly, and each are to support you in having a delicious life. So take your MSU, and if you're going to make stuff up, make up the good stuff. Have a great day. Thank you, Jess. See you soon.